generation. It stinks for my kids. I don't want a system like that for them. And that's why we're putting forward these personal accounts. And we've got to limit government spending. We've got to restrain it. That's a big reason why the Republicans were fired in 2006 was spending. It was too much spending. And I'm putting forward a proposal that I want to get done as president, where we have a BRAC process, a base closing type process that recommends to Congress bases to close, and Congress gets one vote, agree, disagree, close them, keep them, deal, no deal, and use that for the totality of government. It'd be like a grace commission with a vote. You know, so that at the end of the day, things are called. And this should be something Republicans and Democrats both support. We've got wasteful government spending. Nobody runs on it, but it continues to take place. We've got to get a system in place that's different. That's on the economic and the fiscal side. And remember, we win as a party when we fly on both wings of the party, the economic wing and the social wing. You can't do either one of these and win. And it's on both of these that we have a center-right majority as a nation that wins elections and has won elections since 1980. And when we live by these principles, when we work on these principles, when we deliver on these principles, we win. The country hires us and the country moves forward. When we walk away from them, we lose, the country loses, and we get fired. This is very simple. This is very direct. And on the social end of it, we have to, and we are, and we're going to stand for life as each one being precious and unique, a child of a loving God. Period. It is important. That's a key reason why a number of the young people are here today. Many of you survived a generation where we were killing 1 in 4 of our children. 90% of the children with Down syndrome were killed in utero. The Franciscan University, they have a tomb of the unknown child. They have several children that were aborted that the remains are buried there. We can't continue to go this way. This isn't something that is right. It's wrong. Needs to stop. I am pro-life and I'm whole life. You know what, Francis, would you step back up here again? Because you're the person, you're not the person, but your country is one I mention when I talk a lot about being pro-life and whole life. I've been to Sudan twice. I've been to southern Sudan. I've been into Darfur. I believe that every life is sacred. The child in the womb and the child in Darfur is sacred. They are that's a pro-life message that should embrace everybody in the country. I believe that somebody in poverty is sacred. I believe somebody that's having difficulty in this country is sacred. Even somebody that's locked up in prison is sacred. And when we look at people as people and not as problems, we do much better as a society. When we look at people as problems, we have a problem. Because then, well, we got to do something to them, or we got to get rid of them. We get in a problem when we see people as problems. People aren't problems. They're beautiful souls. They deserve protection. They deserve opportunity. And look what happens when you give them opportunity. Embracing message. I believe we got to get the basics right, and that's why I stand for institutions like marriage, being the union of a man and a woman. A man and a woman bonded together for life. And in that setting is the best place, not the only place, but the best place to raise the next generation and to pass on values to that next generation and to embrace people and to grow and to build as a society. And to me, this is getting the basics right. You get the basics right, you have fewer problems for government. You get the basics wrong, you multiply your problems for government, and then government tries to step in and to solve the problems. And the problem with that is the government has a cold heart and stiff arms. It doesn't love very well. It's not built for that. That's what people do. And that's what we need to do in reaching out with one another. And this, to me, is an embracing message. It's not one that should be repulsive to anybody. It's an embracing message on how we build a better society. We can get this done. We will get this done. We will get it done on your shoulders, on your efforts, on us pushing forward. It's principles carried by passion that will produce this result. You're the ones to get that done. We need your help. With it, I can move through and get done and be successful in Iowa. Now, and I want to say here, we've got people in this race that have a better known name than mine. I was going to say a bigger name, but I don't think there's any bigger name than Brownback. But don't be talked into it by the media saying to you, well, we've got these three people that have bigger names and they can get elected. We don't win if we don't produce on our principles. Right. The country hires Republicans based on principles. And if people aren't running on those principles, they're not going to hire us. You know, we can win on these principles. And that's what I'm running on, is this base of Republican principles. And they're not my ideas, they're your ideas. They're the country's ideas. There, if you would listen to David Barton that traveled with me the last day and a half, and we had packed house meetings, they're the principles of the Founding Fathers. You know, they believed in maximum individual freedom and maximum personal responsibility, that we would each govern ourselves, and that governance in ourselves would come in from family and from faith, that we would have built within ourselves. And out of that, you could build the greatest nation on the face of the earth. And we did. To continue that greatness, we have to embrace that principle again and not walk away from it. I'm a strong advocate of faith in the public square, that we need to embrace faith. Faith is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. You don't understand the basis of the country nor how we've changed if you don't understand faith. George Washington, in his farewell address, cites to faith, the need for religion and faith in the society. Abraham Lincoln talks about a house divided does not long stand. I wonder where he got that idea. You know, it's in the Bible that he was reading. Martin Luther King Jr., how do you understand him without understanding faith? His vocation, he was a preacher. Mother Teresa, a lady 4 foot 5 inches tall or whatever, helps millions of people. How does she do it? It's faith powering through her. We shouldn't kick God out of the public square. We should invite him in. Celebrate it, and celebrate all of it. I loved Mother Teresa's statement about I'm in love with, I love all religions, I'm in love with my own. And that embracing of the notion of faith. And if you're questioning about this, I'm opposed to a theocracy. I think it's bad for religion. It's bad for government, too. But the separation of church from state does not mean the removal of faith from the public square. Time to be out. In the future, we'll be putting forward specific plans, as Kevin mentioned, on the optional flat tax. We've put forward a specific proposal on the personal Social Security accounts. We're looking for a venue now to talk about rural development ideas. Being raised on a farm in eastern Kansas, town of 250 people, I've been concerned about rural development for some period of time, and we've got a big moment now with this possibility of getting into agriculture, more of the energy market. And if we could just get a quarter of the gasoline market, we double the size of agriculture in America, just to give you one quick number. And not only that, I want to see us start making things of plastic out of corn, and Iowa corn, if we can do that, or Kansas corn. But of building opportunities and being more dependent on the Midwest instead of the Middle East for oil and for energy, and we can do it. So I'm going to develop, and we're going to be putting forward that in forms, and we'll have a specific set of proposals. We need your help. With you, we will get this done. Thank you for being out. Help us for the Ames straw poll on August the 11th. We want a good, strong showing at that. Walk and talk with people. We need your prayers. We need your help, and we will take this power and use it for the right purposes. Thank you.